Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 16 of Speak On It, the Joe Montana episode, the Pau Gasol episode. As always, I am your host, Danny Ocean, joined by the smoothest man on the planet, Losty Mix. How you living, baby?
You already know, man. When you see this Nas fade, it can only be one brother, the good brother, Losty Mix. People, it's a blessing to be here with you all. Danny Ocean, as always, it is a blessing to be here with you. The NBA playoffs are here, people. I'm ready to speak on some things. I got some things to speak on. Lakers got a game tonight. Here's all I'm going to say. I'm going to start off.
Right.
Here's all I'm going to say.
Let's start off.
This is a must-win game. I'm going to keep it a buck. This is a must-win game. I don't think the Lakers are in good shape if we go to LA and we are down 3-0. I think tonight AD makes his statement. Bron gets more involved. I think, let me tell you something. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's a hooper. He's a hooper super, and I like him. PJ, what's good, dog? How's it going? But I think this is a must-win game for the Lakers, and I think we come out with a close win.
Before I give my thoughts on the Los Angeles Lakers, just a reminder, this show is brought to you by goingfor2.com. Head over to goingfor2.com for all your daily fantasy needs and much, much more. Earn you some money. And also, report that money to the IRS. As always, as PJ knows, if you talk to us in the chat, we will talk back. Hit us up with your thoughts. You've already started on Lakers. Let's talk about the Lakers. Yeah, so your man's Anthony Davis forgot how to play basketball game one and let DeAndre Ayton eat and feast to a game one loss for the Lakers.
Looking like prime Shaq down there, dog. I was like, yo, AD. But you know what? It's game one. I don't want to overreact, you know? I think they're still trying to figure out how to really run AD and Drummond together. I think they work better when AD's maybe not on the court. I think spacing-wise, that allowed AD to maybe do his thing more. But Vogel must see something. I know the Lakers they like to use their lane. You know, they're big guys, cause. But man, I mean, AD, I can't see we can't have many games like that one. We can't have many games like that.
What's up, Dan? First of all, the only way to run AD and Andre Drummond at the same time is put Andre Drummond on the bench. That's the only way you're going to do it, because those two cannot coexist, it appears, at the same time on the floor.
You know what? Okay, here's my thing. Where is Marc Gasol? Like, where's Marc Gasol?
What I tell you 3 weeks ago? What I tell you 3 weeks ago? You was in these streets talking about some Marc Gasol this, Marc Gasol that. What I tell you? What I tell you about Marc Gasol? What I tell you?
Why are you doing this?
What I tell you? Y'all was in these streets, and this isn't direct to you. This is for Laker fans, because y'all, the arrogance you guys show is amazing. I sat here in the streets.
Win one game, people. Look how they fans like Marc Gasol. He's also a defensive liability. We have to at least acknowledge that. That could be a pay. I mean, look at how Ayton moving. He quick, he agile, he mobile on his feet. He can shift. He nimble. Marc Gasol, he a little bit. You know, he might take a little bit to move side to side. You got to come on now. Come on now.
That man, DeAndre Ayton, said, I am the number one pick of that Luka draft. Put some respect on my name. But you guys will win tonight, right? Like, I don't want to they lost to Portland last year and came back and won the series. I'm not concerned about them. I'm a little concerned about the Lakers.
I will say this. AD, before the last time we played the Suns prior to game one, AD had 42. So let's not act like AD don't get busy. So he can get busy, and I'm going to need him to go back to just getting busy, because when he gets busy, people are unstoppable.
He is very unstoppable. So about game one, there's two things. One, do you think Chris Paul really hurt himself, or do you think he pulled a Paul Pierce and had to go to the bathroom? Because I think he had to go number two.
I've been hearing reports. That he's been in practice maybe missing free throws. So I don't know. Something. Did you even notice in the game he was having some trouble like dribbling and whatnot? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. He could be being dramatic, but I don't think he is. I think this is serious. But at the same time, he was healthy enough to yank LeBron's arm down.
Yeah, that was my second one.
Let me also talk about Bron.
Talk about Braun.
If you watch it, Braun got hurt at one point. Then they got the beef and they got the arguing, they got the fighting. Braun gets up, walked over there, then takes the knee down. I should laugh at that. I was like, come on, son.
Braun was tired. Braun used that as a time to rest. But for real, like low key, that was kind of dirty by Chris Paul, right? Like that's right up Chris. Like that, you can throw that on the highlight reel of Chris Paul doing very questionable things.
I was like,
that was out of the Kelly Oubre. Kelly Olynyk, my bad. The Kelly Olynyk playbook when he ripped Kevin Love's arm out the shoulder.
Hey, man. Brian.
Oh, no, PJ. What we not going to do is talk about PJ. Yo, why do you hate Bron so much? Why do people hate LeBron so much? He's the greatest athlete of a generation.
People, he's arguably a top 2 basketball player ever.
Ever.
Like, we have to acknowledge that.
He's the same size as Karl Malone. He and Gronk are like the same size, and look at the things LeBron has and can do. So, all right, so what's the final score tonight?
Tonight, I like it 104-96.
Oh, wow. Okay, I was saying 108 to 104. I think it's a little bit closer to that.
Well, I think free throws play a part. You know.
Uh-oh, here we go. We're going to start the LeBron debate. PJ said top
okay,
2.
Before we get into the LeBron debate, let's go back to last night's game. It was Bucks, it was Heat, and let's be honest, it got ugly very quick. Are the Heat in trouble, my friend? This is okay. And before, let me preface this: the Heat and the Bucks matched up last year in the playoffs, and it didn't look like this. And I know the Bucks got better, but are the Heat in trouble?
So, I sat here last week and I took the Heat in 7. And after 2 games, I'm going to stick to my prediction. I'm going to stick to my guns. Heat in 7. Last night was an anomaly, a blip on the radar. Okay. Game one was more accurate than last night.
Okay. So they're down 0-2. So you're thinking, okay, let me ask you this. How much of the Airlines Arena and fans being back in stadiums do you think will help Miami this game?
Oh, it's going to help a lot. Like the Heat will win Game 3, especially after Giannis, the disrespect, like playing soccer. It's like that, Giannis. Like you're not nice enough to be playing soccer in the first round, homie. You got sent last year in the second round after winning the MVP. Like you're not nice enough. You ain't earned that. Like you not. I know you're 2-time MVP, but you're not nice enough to be out here playing soccer on the court, getting the crowd in. This isn't the circus, dog. Jimmy Butler's coming.
So you think? Let me ask you this: who do you think gets the triple double first, Jimmy or Bam?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Bam.
Really? You think so? Look, the street's been kind of disrespecting Bam. They call him Bam Bam Bigelow in the post. Like, I can't get down with that. Let me tell you something. This is Bam Adebayo, the NBA All-Star. Y'all ain't gonna be out here disrespecting him. They've been having a few rough games, but I think Eric Spoelstra and the guys that get it together, Game 3. I think Miami is rocking. Miami never closed for couple people. The NBA letting fans in, Miami gonna pack things to the rim.
It's gonna be one of them. Oh, I can't wait for a classic Miami Heat whiteout.
Man, I bet you Rick Ross gonna be there.
I bet Rick Ross been there. Rick Ross been there the whole time since COVID. And DJ Khaled, they're gonna be sitting side by side, 4 seats. All of them.
Might be next to Wayne.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. It's gonna be a classic whiteout game. Jimmy Butler gonna go off, and it's gonna be 2-1, and it's like nothing happened. As you see, we ain't responding to this LeBron slander. LeBron slander will not prosper on this show.
Guys, okay. Maybe I will say this: if he's not in your top 2 all time, he can be in your top 3 all time, because there are some people who say Kobe's better than LeBron. So I'll say LeBron is a top 3 player of all time, but that's it.
I'll put LeBron in top 5.
Well, duh.
I'll put him in my top 5.
If he's in my top 3, I always in my top 5.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm like closer to 4 or 5, right? Because I feel like we forget about Bill Russell. Bill Russell was a minimums boys. And maybe it was a genetics thing. Maybe because he was just bigger than everyone. You got Kareem. Like, it's very hard I don't feel like big men get a lot of love in the greatest of all time conversation, and they deserve to enter the chat.
Now, if we're going there, I mean, we got to put Shaq.
Hey, I'm with dog. For me, it's Kareem is the leading scorer in NBA history in a time when the 3-point line was obsolete. You got to be a bad man to score the most points in NBA history without shooting threes. You got to be a bad man. All you got is a skyhook, and you lead the whole league for decades in scoring.
He was out there giving him buckets. He was out there giving Nailman buckets.
Like, you see Steph hitting threes and Dame at the clip they are, and Kareem is still sitting on top of the mountain.
If we're going to get into this, then we're going to talk about this 100-point game. And I just want to go there. We're talking about the guys who are in this 100-point game era. And you know how I feel about that. PJ, yes. Shaq back in his prime. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I couldn't even imagine trying to guard Shaq down there. I mean, like, you get like, you have to. Imagine your coach every night telling you, hey, you got to press up on him, make him feel you. You know how coaches be. Make him feel you. You know?
Right. Like, I always feel bad for like the dudes like Chris Dudley, right? Like Shaq just bullies him, throws him on the ground, and what can you do? Like, he's Shaq. Like, you throw the ball at him like Barkley and get your ass kicked?
You know, you got to kind of get up tough, like try to get you a little tough one. But
but Shaq will punch you in the face, though. Like, he's not one of these.
Man, they be fake fighting.
Shaq swung on Barkley.
Hey, man.
If Shaq would have connected.
All day, man. We're going to be here all day. Let's talk about predictions.
Okay, let's do predictions.
We got some games tonight. Let's talk about predictions. Let's start first Eastern Conference. Boston Celtics, Brooklyn Nets. Boston down 0-1. What you think in this game?
Boston will be down 0-2. Put this on NBA TV. We don't care anymore. Like, this series is over. Like, they had their chance to win game one. If they didn't steal game one, there's no need of watching games 2 through 4. Like, the more Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving play together, the better they're going to get. But if Boston was going to do something, they needed to do it game one. Don't put this on TV, man. I got the Nets. Let's do 120-98.
I like the Celtics this game. I think they're going to come back a little bit vengeful. I think they're going to get Jason Tatum 50 burger again. I'm going to go with the Celtics 110-106.
So who out of the three Nets get cold then? Who doesn't show up tonight?
Kyrie Irving.
I think it's Kyrie. Yeah, I think Kyrie. I think if you're going to beat the Nets, the way to do it, because again, Kyrie is thinking about stuff bigger than basketball, things that are very important. Like, I think Kyrie is going to be the weakest link of the three, and he's still very strong. So let's go out to your Lakers. Let's do Lakers Phoenix. I know we talked about this. Recap again. You have the Lakers tonight winning.
I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna go 110-106.
Okay, 110-106. And I had something similar. I'll go 110-106 too. It's going to be a close game. Now let's go to the game that really matters. The Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic, triple 30-point trip dub. Pat Beverly, you too effing small, Luka Doncic. Versus the Los Angeles Clippers, game 2 in LA. Who do you have?
I like the Mavs to go up 2-0 heading back to Dallas. Like Mavs, let me say 126-117.
Wow. I have the Clippers winning tonight because I think Kawhi is going to put the clamps on Luka. Enough to frustrate him. And Kristaps Porzingis keeps forgetting that he's 7'3". The other night I was watching the game. Luka's getting trapped at the top of the key, and Kristaps is on the block, single coverage with Marcus Morris, and he let Marcus Morris push him out the paint numerous times. Dog, you are 7'3". Marcus Morris, 6'8", 6'9". Catch the ball, turn around, and go to work. I have never seen a man in my life 7'3".
Hey man, you gotta. You don't know. They might be out there pressing them a little bit too hard.
7'3".
They might be out there pressing them a little bit too hard. That's all I'm saying.
7'3". Dog, play like you 7'3", or we shipping your ass out to someone for Bradley Beal. That need to happen anyway, because Luka is ready to win a title now. We ain't got time for Kristaps to be playing like this literally like he 4'3".
We're talking about the playoffs here, man. We talking about the playoffs. We got focusing on the playoffs. Y'all talking about the off season. Y'all gotta ride. Y'all gotta ride with the crew members on board right now. And I'll be honest with you, I like the Mavericks to win the series.
For me, it's the Mavericks aren't going to shoot 47% from three again. Like over the course of the season, this team has had highs and lows of lows when it comes to 3-point shooting. Tim Hardaway Jr. was on fire the other night.
I think he was a Mavericks fan too. He was kind of telling me something similar about your 3-point percent.
Yeah, like that 47% from three is not going to happen again. So I can't expect
very along the lines of what he was saying.
But I can expect Kristaps Porzingis to play like he's 7'3" and stop letting Marcus Morris push him out the paint when Luka's getting trapped at the top of the key. Dog, you 7. Like Luka should just throw it in the air, you catch it.
I like watching Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway.
He's showing up. He's a bucket. He be getting down.
You see what happened when you leave the Knicks? See what happened when you get under a coach who can coach? You get under Rick Carlisle, look at him shooting threes. And you know what? I know this is a little off topic, but I so enjoyed watching Trae Young shut up the Knicks fans. Like with Knicks fans.
Hey man, I'm liking that. NBA players are embracing the villain roles. If we bring in this energy back, yeah, I love it. I need more of it.
Knicks fans,
winner. You just looking around, telling everyone to hush. Need more of it. Come on, people. We're gonna talk about it later, though.
I will say Knicks fans are in the same class as Utah fans now. Like, a bunch of clowns. Bunch of bums. And Nuggets fans, too, because y'all booed Melo. He left 12 years ago. Get over it. Y'all some clowns, too. Bums. So, speaking of your Lakers, thoughts on people being upset that the league did not suspend LeBron for attending that tequila party with Drake?
People. Like Meek Mill said, there's levels to this. If you think they was going to suspend LeBron, I mean, you need to stay off the weed because you're crazy as hell. Let me tell you something, people. Karis LeVert can get suspended. No disrespect to Karis LeVert. LeBron James, nah. They go. Plus the rules had changed, right? Bron vaccinated, so that's really the case. That's really why he gets the pass because he's vaccinated. But at the same time, come on, people, there's levels to this. PJ, you strong with the LeBron dislike?
PJ,
also,
can you
also shout out to my boy Kyle? I see you in here.
research. PJ, tell us why you think LeBron is so whack. I'd love to hear why people just hate on greatness like that. Like, are you? Let's see. Who did LeBron?
Were you surprised that they didn't suspend LeBron?
No, he's LeBron. LeBron could have got to the joint, caught COVID, and he still would have played. Say what?
I'm saying, PJ, you gotta understand, man. There's levels to this, man. They're not going to suspend LeBron.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if LeBron's vaccinated. It doesn't matter if LeBron had caught COVID at the tequila party. Guess what? He was going to play against the Phoenix Suns. Well, nothing going to stop that. So PJ says any player that names himself as the greatest is whack. He didn't do that. That was Sports Illustrated. That I walked up to him at St. Mary's at 18 and called him the greatest. He just proved it.
Since we're talking about news publications, how about Undisputed? The other day, my man Julio Jones called into the show. He was talking to Shay Sharp. He said he bounced. First off, I don't. Did he know he was on?
Yes.
Okay.
He had to.
Why he wanna leave? Where do you think he'll go?
Why does he want to leave? Because Matt Ryan is washed. That's why he want to leave. How many years you got to play with Matt Ryan and go 6-10? To be like, you know what? I don't want to be here anymore.
Okay.
And I think for me, if I were him, I'd try to go to Arizona. I know everyone's talking about New England, but dog, D-Hop and Julio Jones on the same team, it's a wrap. I don't care what's on the other side of the ball. It'd be me and you playing linebacker on the other side of the ball. It don't matter.
What about coming to the Packers?
Why? Don't do this to yourself. Listen, I've learned as an Eagles fan. I learned a long time ago. Don't fall into this hype until it happens.
Like, what about if he comes to the Packers? I think we bring him in. Aaron Rodgers, he looking at the organization a little bit different.
If he goes, it'd be nice for Jordan Love to have a big primetime receiver to throw to.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you like this: we get Julio. I'm telling you that joke Aaron Rodgers, he gonna walk down like he gonna walk down some stadium.
You know what's funny? The Falcons are going to have to give away Julio Jones, like the best player in franchise history, not named Michael Vick, and they're going to get less for him than they did for Mohamed Sanu. Like now that like Julio has all the leverage, right? Like, hey, I'll call it, hey, dog, I got a second and a third in my backup left guard, and you going to take it.
Why you say that?
Julio, I mean, if Julio's saying he's not going to play, he has all the leverage. But he's got to be willing to hold out. And I think he is. He's made enough bread over his career to be like, I'm good. Look, I'll say this, if he bold enough to play in this with Shannon Sharp to do this on live TV, then he bold enough to sit out and get fined. Okay. Where do you think he goes?
I think, if I'm being realistic, I think he goes outside of the conference. I think Atlanta plays the move of wanting to move him outside the conference. They have to play him unless it's in the Super Bowl. So I think he goes to a place like maybe a Tennessee, maybe a Jacksonville. I don't think Kansas City. I think young team who doesn't have a lot of assets. Maybe the Colts.
Also, Carson Wentz can overthrow him too. He just going from Matt Ryan at 38 to Matt Ryan at 28.
Maybe he goes to the Patriots.
I'd love to see A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, and Julio Jones. Ryan Tannehill can't mess that up.
That's what I think.
That's a dangerous team. All right, so let's talk about your boy Aaron Rodgers. He goes on SportsCenter last night with Kenny Man, his man, and he said a lot. So I'm just going to sit back and just let you go.
People, I mean, he's basically saying that his beef isn't about the Jordan Love thing. He has no beef with Jordan Love. I think his issue was that when you have an organization that with traditions like the Packers do, that it's the people who really make the culture what it is. And so you have to go about treating people a certain type of way. And I'm guessing what he's talking about is maybe the handling, maybe some things, maybe the Jordan Love thing was just the tip of the iceberg. Maybe there's some other things going on behind the scenes that maybe we're not privy to. And maybe that's where his disgruntlement seems. I think part of me feels like, if I'm being a somewhat realistic fan, is that there's a way to mend things here, because I think he's a smart enough guy to realize that if he forces his way out, I mean, where is he going that can really, I don't know. I mean, he's in a really good spot. So, but if he, if that's the way he wants to go, if that's the way he feels, I mean, what can you do? And as an organization, I think you gotta. I don't think you trade the MVP. So
I think Aaron Rodgers said is he wanted some respect. Like he said, like he sees himself in the same ring as Reggie White, like as a Packer legend. And he is, right? Like he is definitely in that class. And it sounds like the front office just doesn't give a damn. Like they're just treating him like any old regular player, and he's not. And I agree with Aaron Rodgers. Like when you're Aaron Rodgers, you get a little bit more leeway. You get a little bit more say in the draft. You get a little bit more say in free agency. He's just not, even if the front office doesn't do what Aaron asks or go the route he suggests, like even giving him a heads up.
A certain sort of weight with him.
Yes.
That's what
even if it's just a heads up, like, hey, Aaron, we really like Jordan. Like even if you're going to do something that is going to upset him, I think he would have respected more if he heard it from you and not Adam Schefter.
Absolutely.
When everyone else hears it.
Absolutely.
So I think he stays in Green Bay. I've said this the entire time. There's no way you trade Aaron Rodgers. You work it out. And if that means trading for Julio Jones, then you need to trade for Julio Jones. Like whatever, even if you get fleeced, like you need to do some sort of act of good faith for Aaron Rodgers so he wants to stay. Maybe he'll win you another Super Bowl because you've wasted his prime already. But it seems like his prime is never ending.
This is the thing. Like, it depends on if you're saying he's wasting his prime. I disagree with you because I'm looking over this sustained success during the period of time, and I'm saying, hey, we've gotten one Super Bowl ring, but we've had a lot of good teams, a lot of deep playoff runs. There's a lot of success here that a lot of teams, Eagles, can't replicate.
Eagles have won the most games since 2000. But anyway, since have the Packers
ago.
Yes, that's sustained success. See, here I am. I'm trying to get. I was about to say, in your opinion, have the Packers done everything humanly possible to set Aaron Rodgers up for success, both offensively and defensively? That's all I'm saying.
Defensively, no. Offensively, yes. I mean, he's been a part of a lot of good offenses.
Are they good because of their drafting, or are they good because he's Aaron Rodgers?
Both.
Like, would Valdez-Scantling be good anywhere else?
What about Jordy Nelson? What about Donald Driver, Greg Jennings, James Jones, Devontae Adams? There's a list of very good receivers.
That's true.
With very high quarterback play. Both things can be true.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I'm just saying people say he doesn't have any help. I'm saying, well, he had the best offense in the league. So you're contradicting yourself, are you not?
I don't care what happens in Green Bay. Because you gotta go meet Sanford. You gotta go meet Nick Bosa at some point in time.
You ain't even going to include the Eagles in there?
Oh no, dog. We said that this year is about Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith developing that chemistry. I know my destiny. I know 7-10 right around the corner. I know 6-11 right around. I know what's happening.
You're lucky if you get 7.
Hey, dog. The NFL gave us 2 primetime games in the beginning of the year and then said 1 o'clock.
PJ told me lucky if you get 7.
Hey, the Eagles, they gave us a Monday night game against Dallas and the Thursday against Tampa Bay in the beginning of the year. And then they stick us at 1 o'clock for the rest of the year. They know they're going to get us while the hope is up, and then we're going to crash down. But you know what? It's going to be great going to bed at night because the Sunday night games, like, you ain't going to bed 11:30, 12 o'clock because you're hyped. And if you win, the anxiety, blood pumping, you don't go to sleep at 1 o'clock. I get up 5 in the morning. Now my games.
Thank you.
4 wins for Philly. Hey, I'm here to – you know what that means? That means we drafting high. If Jalen's not the guy, the Eagles have the draft capital to either trade for someone or get their guy. Like, I'm not concerned. I win either way this season. As long as Devontae Smith got some juice, we good.
You ain't even got the slightest bit of confidence in your team, which means you really know your team is some cheeks. I like the Packers to be 11-6.
You have the best quarterback in the game. You need to be 11. I don't know what Jalen Hurts is. I don't know what this coaching staff is.
He's a good, young, promising QB. What are you talking about?
If you translate his stats from those 4 games over the course of the season, he's the worst quarterback in the league. Like, he's worse than Mitchell Trubisky and Daniel Jones. Not to say that Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen. I hope he succeeds. Crazy thing is, if Jalen succeeds, we got our first-round pick, the Dolphins' first-round pick, and PJ, if Carson is the comeback player of the year, which he won't be, trust, we got the Colts' first-round pick. That's 3 first-round picks. Baby. We can do whatever we want. We can go draft corner, draft lineman, draft defense. We do whatever we want next year. And we got all the money in the world next year. I ain't worried about nothing. This year is a wash. And if we win, that's cool. And if we lose,
who do you think wins your division?
Who do I think wins the division? Washington. Washington, Dallas, and then the Giants. The Giants fans keep talking like they're going to win the division. Dog, your quarterback is Daniel Jones.
We need the Giants to win that division.
No, we don't. We do not need the New York. You know what? The Giants haven't won the division since 2011, and that streak is going to extend into 2022 because they ain't winning that. The last time Dallas won the division, they won the Super Bowl. Other than that, it's been Philly, Dallas with a sprinkle of Washington. What is a giant to anything? Get me out of here, dog. Your football coach has you rolling mud like you're in 8th grade. You know, a bunch of clowns, dog. Get out of my face with that shit, man. I don't want to hear that. Ooh, we got Saquon back. Dog, how many games Saquon gonna win you, dog? He a running back. Ooh, we got Tooney. Who cares? Dog, your quarterback got more fumbles than career starts. Get out of my face.
Beefing so much. Why y'all be beefing so much?
Because the Giants fans, week 17, were on Twitter crying because the Eagles weren't doing their dirty work.
Well, because y'all tanked on purpose, like a bunch of punks.
Nah, dog. You know what the thing is about the Giants? If their Pro Bowl tight end catches that pass against the Eagles on Thursday Night Football, they win the game, they win the division. They're not crying on Twitter. Doug Peterson tipped his hand all week that they were tanking. And now it's a problem. He said the whole week, starters not playing. I'm playing Nate Sudfeld. The writing was on the wall. I don't want to hear it, man. Giants, y'all going 17 games. Y'all going 6-11 with us. Come join us in the cellar because that's where you'll be.
They going 9-8.
Oh, did Daniel Jones get traded for Josh Allen?
Stop it.
Y'all, legit, Daniel Jones has more turnovers than career starts. Like, he's trash.
Soon as they start protecting that boy, Danny Dimes, watch how he be slinging that guy.
He going to be slinging it to the other team like he been slinging it. Danny Jones is trash.
Whatever.
Write that in blood. Daniel Jones is garbage.
We gonna see. Okay. This is the last thing I'm gonna say for the day.
You got it.
People, as you can see in these NBA playoffs, we got people back in the stands. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm hyped. I love it. I love the energy that comes from fans in the stands, the boos, the cheers, the slight heckling, but not too much disrespectful heckling, you know what I'm saying? And I love the athletes who are embracing the villain role. Shout out Trey Young, especially. People, this is what sports are all about. And if you're not a fan of this, or fans being back in the arenas, then I can't really talk to you because this is what sports is all about. This is what gets the chills going. This is why people fight for seating, right? This is what it's all about because you want your peoples there. So as fans get back in the stands on the NBA, NFL, hockey, baseball, tennis, Olympics, maybe whatever, people just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Stop complaining. Just enjoy it.
I love it.
I'm saying.
Kyle, I'm going to confess, I do not watch a lot of NHL playoffs.
You heard the Capitals lost last week. Did they really, Kyle? Research department, hashtag.
Nothing made me happier than Trey Young saying it's real effing quiet in here.
Curling, holla at me.
Kyle,
I be like, man.
Oh, is that curling or what you do? Are you grinding some pepper?
Hey, man, don't be hating, man.
The Capitals are indeed eliminated. Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah. That's all you heard about the NHL playoffs. Lost to the Boston Bruins 4-1. Yeah. Yo, Kyle, have the NHL playoffs been litty in the city? Okay, Brooklyn out early.
What's the score?
It's 5-2.
That's it. Game over. Thanks for playing.
What are you talking about? They're down 3. Hey, how
does NBA TV put the Mavericks and Clippers on NBA TV, dog? What?
Ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous. Why didn't you start the dang Clippers? I mean the Celtics and Nets at like 6:30.
Right. And then you got 8. No, you start them at 6. You got another game at 8, and then the other game starts at 10:30 on like TNT.
I bet you Wentz has a better year than Hurts. Well, I believe.
Well, yeah, of course he is. We're not talking about Carson. Carson's not in Philadelphia. I don't talk about it. Who? He did. The Colts did post a video of them playing knockout. Yo, Carson got a sweet jump shot.
He think he me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us.
They both went to double overtime? The Hurricanes and the Predators? Okay.
All right. Game 3, but okay, maybe Kyle, you have recruited me to hockey. Which team should I cheer for? I live in Virginia, if that means anything.
Predators. Actually, nah. I got some kinfolk that live in Carolina. I might go with the Carolina Hurricane. Where they're talking about north or south? Or is it like
I think I know Carolina Panthers in North Carolina, right? I don't think in South Carolina, the Gamecocks and Clemson.
been a lot of OT and a lot of close games. Colts and
PJ
Rams
the Col-
sleepers for Super Bowl winners.
PJ the Colts are winning Super Bowl. Save your money. Spend your money on beer. Don't spend it on the Colts.
Hey,
Go buy some. You be better spending that money on diesel. Go put that money in crypto. Like, don't waste your money on the Colts.
Hey, man. Hey, I put some money in some Dogecoin. I'm hoping it pays off. I ain't gonna make no promise.
I don't understand it. I feel real stupid.
Yo, people, if you got any stocks that your boy need to start looking at, holla at. And don't hit me with no pricing because this is a non-profit organization.
Oh, I will sleep, PJ. I am knocked on the Colts. I am asleep.
What I tell you?
It's
down 2 now. It's 7-9. Holla at me. Holla at me, Steve Nation. I'm with y'all tonight. I still like Brooklyn to win the series, though.
Yo, Brooklyn, bring on the brooms, dog. Time to clean house.
All right, man. What you got? What else you got to say to the people? Holla at the people.
I was gonna
do Danny Ocean.
The Utah Jazz are frauds, and that's it. That's all. The Utah Jazz are frauds.
I think one of these episodes we just got to bring some wings on and eat wings. You know, we can watch the people really, really debate wings versus flats.
Yeah. See, I'll try to ignore Jay. Jay coming here is trying to sneak this and slide out to put his kids to bed. Don't worry, Jay. I got something for you. The chopper always on deck, baby. Wait till I see you. I got that. Yo, speaking of which, I made wings the other night. We bought them from the grocery store, whole thing full of drums. It was the best dinner I ever had. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but the Lord was smiling on me Sunday night. All drums. All drums.
Oh, man. Oh,
but ladies and gentlemen, that's it. D, where can the people find you?
People, you already know you can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, on Twitch, on YouTube at LosDMix. That's LOSDEEMIX. People, you know, when you see this thing, you see these waves, you know, you gotta see these waves. Y'all, even other people who ain't seen the video, you see, like, when you peep these waves, you already know.
It is summertime. It's time to let the hairy chest flow, baby.
The good brother, LosDMix. You know, it's all love on this side. Shout out to the people. Thanks to all love. Going for 2. Shout out to love. My boy Kyle, research department. Shout out to you, my dog. Hey, man, it's all love on the east side. To the east side, to the west side, because speak on it is the best side.
Hey. My name is Danny Ocean. You can find me on Twitter, MadAds14. Yeah. Speaking of summer, it's Memorial Day. All my hairy-chested men, it is our time. Wear those button-down shirts. Let that chest hair fly. D, let's say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, people. Lake Show people. Hey, whoa.
The Utah Jazz are frauds.